It was my fault, you were the one who said we're true. Now you're drinking liquor, which you didn't do. But I'll be around, so you won't get drowned. The substitute is gonna put you down. I'll be around, you won't get drowned. Whenever time you're in trouble,
Derek Williams, what's good, brother? Oh, I will. Once I get to my destination, I will be checking my email. Interesting. Shit. Head just hit the goddamn roof. So, how my focus doing this morning? Snap Turtle in the car, on his way to the gym once again. I don't know about this, y'all. Yeah. So it's March 27th, 2019. March 27th, 2019. The weather is cloudy, overcast, with a 100% chance of chemtrails, because any moisture that comes through it from this day forth, they have to, break it up so we don't get any rain. You know what I'm saying? Now that El Nino's tapering off, it's a lot easier for them to stop it. So, looks like we might get some more horrific fires this summer, since they don't want us to have any moisture. Anyway, what's good with y'all? While y'all was sleeping, there's a lot of crap going on in the world, man, and there's also a lot of distractions. But we can't look at every distraction as just a distraction. Just like I don't believe in pure entertainment, because there's always something going on behind the scenes of those distractions. There's always something underlying that. That's what's up, man. So, first I want to start with this. I want to start with the whole Jussie Smollett thing. Like I keep saying, if you're black, once you reach a certain status, a certain level of notoriety, once you become part of the elite, you are no longer part of the black community as a whole. So I hope people don't think that this is a win for black folk, because it ain't. What it serves to do, what this serves, is to make us look like, just race baiting buffoons. Because now now that we done cried wolf with this Jesse Smollett character, it's going to be a lot more difficult and a lot more, pain in the ass to get people to take anything we say seriously in regards to race in this country. Thank you, Jesse. Now, there are some interesting things about this case that I want y'all to understand. There's a few details. One is part of the reason the state's attorney, Kimberly Fox, said that he was released. Okay, they looked at his past. They looked at his past behavior and saw that he had done some volunteer work. Okay, he did volunteer work. That's part of the reason the charges were dropped. Okay, they didn't say anything about him being exonerated. They didn't say that he was innocent. At least that's not what Kimberly Fox said. But of course, Jesse's gonna come out and say, "Oh, I've been truthful and honest the whole time." You know that. You know what's up with that. Now, you know how many hours community service volunteer work he had done in the past? 16 hours. You know what he did? Stuffed envelopes for 16 hours. Okay. Also, never mind the fact. Let's not forget the fact that he's good buddies with Michelle Obama. Okay, good buddies with Michelle Obama. And when he was doing that volunteer work, he was doing that with Jesse Jackson's organization. Okay, so let's look at that too. Jesse Jackson, Michelle Obama, Jesse Smollett, all good buddies and friends. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at that. Okay. So see, this is the privilege that you enjoy once you reach a certain level. What's up, Cash? Once you reach a certain level and you take that oath, okay? Once you take that oath, and get, you know what I'm saying? You get, hey, you don't get the same treatment. Now, if it was a regular old gay Negro, no, forget gay. Because if you was gay, you probably get a little bit better treatment. Let's say you're just a regular old black dude that claimed that same shit, and they found out you was lying. You think any amount of volunteer work in the past would have got you off? Hell no. One more detail about that case. That bail that he paid, the bail that he paid to get off. Well, not to get off, but to get out, to await trial. It was forfeited. Forfeited to the city of Chicago. Now, if he was completely exonerated, then he would get that money back. But because he wasn't, hey, that money stays with them. It's only $10,000. It doesn't even cover one day of investigation that they had spent on this case. All right. So this should help us understand. The only reason I'm talking about this so that we can understand that we don't need to cape for these people anymore. There's no reason that we need to cape for them, because behind the scenes they being caped. Okay, behind the scenes, as long as they go along with what's what, they got it. So now with Bill Cosby, they were done with him. I don't feel bad for Bill Cosby at all, especially if he did what they said he did. Especially as recently as they said he did it with that thing that they said he did it with. You know what I'm saying? Like, we put too much energy in caping for celebrities that don't give it, you know what I mean? So, beyond using them as a lesson or using them as an example of what, you know, why they're lost to us, I don't see why, you know, we just don't need to cape for them. Because we're not going to get the same treatment, and they're not going to come cape for us. You think Michelle Obama's going to cape for your ass if you get locked up? Hell, fucking Kim Kardashian might cape for you before Michelle Obama will, before Jussie will. Kim Kardashian helped get old girl out. I forgot her name. Cash. What's her name? Oh, the young woman that killed that nasty nigga and went to jail for 10 years, and they was trying to give her 26 years. Her. Kim Kardashian played a key role in getting her out. But, you know, whatever her reasons were, you know, it is what it is. So, on my back, yeah, Concealed Ringleader. It might not have been genuine, right? But if I were Centoya Brown and Kim Kardashian helped get me out of prison, I wouldn't give a shit if it was a genuine or not. Because I'm going to be genuine when I get my ass out and go eat a steak. You understand what I'm saying? Real spit. You know, if it, I don't care. I wouldn't care if I was Centoya. Okay, you wasn't genuine. Hey, what you want me to do? You want me to take some pictures with you? you want a photo op? I don't give a hot shit. Let's make it crack. Shoot, get me out of prison after 10 years. So anyway, while we were being distracted by Jussie Small nigga, guess what's happening in New York? We know they got that so-called measles outbreak going on, and you know, so many people, so many kids are being affected by the smallpox. I mean, no, not smallpox. Excuse me. That's the deadly one, measles. No deaths yet. Which is interesting because they act like catching the measles is a death sentence. It can be if you have a weak immune system, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to come out of that with a stronger immune system. All right, let's get that out the way. All right, so there's an outbreak of measles, and let's get some facts straight about the measles. Okay, the measles was naturally inoculated out of society back in the 70s. Okay, it wasn't until they started. Oh, they on that bullshit today, huh? But it never progresses to you know, full chest colds. You know, we usually knock it out the box pretty quickly. But you know, certain environmental factors contribute to colds, and your best chance is to not get vaccinated to fight those off. Now, yeah, we know, right? We know the measles. They're saying the measles outbreak is occurring, but there's some interesting facts about that. Many of the cases of measles that people catch now come from the vaccine strain. The strain they use for the vaccine causes most of the measles outbreaks. Okay, so that means that the people who have the measles more than likely have caught the measles, or they got it. They got the vaccine, and the vaccine didn't do what it was supposed to do, and whatever virus they had in it from whatever measles thing they had in there actually started doing its business like it wasn't supposed to. It was supposed to, the adjuvant was supposed to attract the immune system to it and fight it, and get used to attacking it. But what's happening is that that's not the case. So the same thing happened in California where some of the kids who had the measles caught the measles that was in the vaccine, basically. The strain that they use for the vaccine. So that should tell you something. But you know, we've been knowing about this measles thing for a while. I don't know, but there's something else going on here. Now, in New York, in the suburb in New York, if your child has not been vaccinated, they are now banned from public spaces. They passed an ordinance that dictates that if your child has not been vaccinated, then they can't go to the park, they can't go to school, they can't go to the mall, they can't go to a library. They essentially want your kid to stay their ass in the house. So, for 30 days. Okay? Very interesting, right? Yeah, it's very interesting. So, if I were living in New York, in that suburb, yeah, Richard Penn, the devil in California, yeah. If, yeah, exactly. What they gonna do? They're gonna have armed guards. They're gonna have armed guards at the, standing at the park, looking at, vaccine schedules or whatever, vaccine cards, whatever the hell they call them. How are they gonna enforce that? But the point is not how they're going to enforce it. The point is that they would pass or implement such an ordinance like that. Just shows you the level of control, the level of the lack of freedom, the lack of, it's just, I should have a right. No, I do have a right. No, fuck that. Ain't no should. I have a right. If I don't want my child my back, no one has to give that to me. Now what they want to do is take that shit away. It's my child, right? My child. Not your child, my child. But see, you see how small it starts, right? It starts small. It starts small in a small suburb of New York. But how long before the entire city, follows suit? And then in the state. And then eventually, why not the whole country? In Iowa, excuse me, even if you homeschool your children, if you homeschool your children and you don't get them vaccinated, they will come to your house and force vaccinate your child. They just passed an ordinance, a law. If you don't vaccinate your child, even if you're homeschooled, they will come to your house and force vaccinate your child. So these are the type of laws being passed all over the country. You know what I'm saying? Little by little. So it's not causing too much of a have people wake up to the understanding. Yeah, good point. at gunpoint. So, you know, while most of these people are sleeping behind the wheel, you know, and they're so worried about whether or not Cardi B robbed somebody. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, you know, it's crazy. Those are the things we worry about, whether or not Jay Prince is an OG and all this other shit. And they're passing laws that directly affect and harm our children. But not only that, but in Europe, now see, yes, this is happening in Europe, but don't think that it won't be a matter of time before they try to push that shit over here, okay? Now, in Europe, this has nothing to do with vaccines. But y'all get the drift of with the vaccines, what they're trying to do. They're trying to isolate, they're trying to isolate natural parents that don't want to harm their children. They're trying to isolate them, and so that they can be more easily targeted. You understand what I'm saying? They want our children dumbed down. They don't want our children to grow up with their own mind. They want our children ripe for brainwashing when they become of age. Okay? So that's the thing about that. What sounds like propaganda? Let me stop. I don't believe in this message. Well, this is why I talk about not operating in fear, Pittsfield ringleader. Now, I don't know if you're talking about the Iowa situation, but if I were in Iowa right now and they tried to come and force vaccinate my child, and they want to try to do it at gunpoint, well, they better expect to have a gun pointed at them. Facts. No, they would have to. No, you're not doing that to my child. I'm going to. I would just have to, you know, meet force with force. A ton of these anti-vax bills are killed on the floor. Well, let me. This is one of those things, man. You know, we don't speak up on shit. That's why they keep doing this. The shit we speak. You notice that when we speak up as a people, like when everybody says hell no to certain things, then they usually listen to us because they don't want the mob to take down the elite. They don't want us to rise up. So every now and then, people will catch wind of some bullshit, and we'll say, oh hell no. Hey, you know, so we gotta do that on a larger scale, because a lot of this stuff gets stopped in a local level that the citizens don't want to happen. Get stopped on a local level, like that suburban Chicago, where a man sued that suburb, Greenfield, or was it Greenfield or Deerfield, in Chicago. A man sued Deerfield, the city of Deerfield, for banning assault weapons. Well, a judge permanently threw out that assault weapons ban. So there are things that we can do, starting at the local level. To this day, Demaria's mama got a call 2 months ago from her well doctor. Demaria's told her no to the HPV shot. Yes. The people don't give up, man. They need their bonus. You know what I'm saying? They need to help kill our children, whether they know it or not. So Deerfield, a man sued, some people sued the city for that assault weapons ban. Boom, it got thrown out. So now they can keep their assault weapons. So there are things we can make changes and we can do things. You know, it's easier at the local level, but yeah. So this thing. What else is happening while we were sleeping? Let's see. Now this is happening in Europe, like I said, but we do need to pay attention to it. They have very interesting. Now they have a law in Europe, in parts of Europe, where if you use a link, let's say you write a blog, right, and you put it out. If you use a link in your blog, you have to pay taxes on it. It's called the link tax. So, like a hyperlink, if you use a hyperlink that doesn't belong to you, you get taxed. You got to pay for it. And now they have upload filters. They got upload filters and all that. Yeah. Use any reference links? Any of that? You get taxed for it in Europe. See? Yeah. Now, we have to understand there is a technological revolution going on. Okay? You shot. Shirley told her mama showed her videos. Shirley's now a conspiracy theorist to her friend of 30 years. Yeah, well, hopefully it stays in Europe, but I mean, we have to understand something about the technological revolution and who really is behind it and controls all that shit. Okay? Israel. Okay? Israel controls a lot of the security, internet security and all that stuff. When it comes to phones and all that, Qualcomm, they handle all that. They handle all the phone tracking. They handle all the, just everything in regards to that. When 9/11 happened, every phone call surrounding that, you know, any important phone call surrounding that, Israel had their hands on. They're the gatekeepers, okay, to the back doors. You understand what I'm saying? They have huge software technology contracts with the United States, Europe, China, Russia, and they hold the keys to the back doors. They are developing all the software. The 5G was developed by Israel as a weapon. Okay, the millimeter wave technology that they're already using on us in the airports when they go through their body scanner, and they hold the keys to the back doors. So that means that they can monitor and spy on anybody they want that has their technology. Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, you mentioned Israel. Boom. You know these algorithms are getting a lot smarter. We have to understand something. Who runs YouTube? Well, I know who runs the music side. Your boy, the Culture Vulture. Name is Culture Vulture. The guy's name Leroy Cohen. Yep. And also, I mean, listen. Israel. You heard of the five? I forgot what they call it, the 5 eyes or something like that. Yo. Yeah. She's the CEO, but Cohen is on the music side. So when we look at what Israel has going on, what are those 5 countries that spy on each other? New Zealand, America, Israel, and all these other countries. You know, it's just we're giving up so much ass to Israel right now. And there's something significant. Oh my God. There's so much. There's so much going on with Israel. See, we gave them Golan Heights, right? I don't know why they needed us to give it to them. I mean, they've been doing what the fuck they want to do anyway with our billions of dollars that we give them every year. Bombing the shit out of people. Like, they need our permissions to continue to bomb people. I don't understand what's going on here. But Golan Heights is a very important strategic position. Okay? Very important strategic position. A lot of water, a lot of oil, a lot of resources. But let's talk about technology side. They have all these back doors to all these countries that use their technology. It's probably part of the contract. We need the keys to the back door. Okay, we need to be able to monitor your people. You know what I'm saying? We need to be able to do this, do that. So we can cry anti-Semitism every time somebody says something about Israel or Jews. Now, there's a reason that your boy Netanyahu is pushing so hard for Bitcoin, okay? They want to collapse the dollar deliberately. They want to deliberately collapse the dollar so that we can go into Bitcoin. And who's going to control the Bitcoin? Not Bitcoin. Cryptocurrency, not specifically Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. So at that point, the full gambit will be complete. Because who runs the Federal Reserve? Zionists. I'm not even gonna say the other word. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Jews, okay? And the Federal Reserve has been controlling the currency, okay, in this country since 1913. Now, we collapse the dollar so that that power can shift, okay? So that power can shift to Jerusalem, okay? There's a reason they want Jerusalem to be the capital of Israel, right? Because it fulfills a religious prophecy, okay, that all these countries want to get behind. You know what I'm saying? All these, you know, all the Christians and all this other stuff, they want to get behind it because it fulfills a prophecy that tells them that they're going to die in 2 days, okay? And that Jesus is going to come and pull them out of the fire and all this other stuff. See, the Jews, I'm not going to say, the Israelis, they push this narrative that they're the chosen people. So, you know, and it's part of that. I mean, that might be partly true because, I mean, they get so much. They have so much privilege. They have so much going for them. You know what I'm saying? They got it so easy. You know what I'm saying? They're still suing people. They're still suing organizations and corporations for what happened during the Holocaust. Yeah, I don't even ignore the trolling. Yeah, I haven't even paid attention. Yeah. So what's happening is Israel's still suing corporations to this day for the Holocaust. And they're getting paid. Their people are getting paid. telling y'all something, man. A lot of strategic moves are occurring that coming to a head. So, never have I trusted Zuckerberg since he used that dumb fucks quote. He doesn't have to apologize because he's a Jew, and Jews don't have to apologize for anything. They can screw us musically, you know, in the music industry. They can screw us all over the place. They could bomb the shit out of people. They could bomb the shit out of I would never apologize myself for speaking the truth about anybody or anything. The fact of the matter is, and I will say something. The real issue is Zionism, and not all Zionists are Jews, so there's that. But, you know, the ones that matter are, okay? The ones that matter, the ones that are pulling the strings, they are. What's up, Stace? So yeah, I mean, what else we got going on? There's so much. Like the Green New Deal. Y'all hear about that? I will say something real quick, Ms. Bev. Ms. Bev, there's some behaviors that you have displayed in the past that make us real leery of what you got going on. Okay, that might be why they feel some type of way, because of the sense of betrayal, you know, that had occurred with this whole Hassan Campbell situation. One minute you riding for him, the next minute you talking crap about him in videos. Like, that might be a reason that these beautiful young women are on your head like that. You know, that might just be what it is. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to come back from that. You know, because we're something like, I would say, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like we've become something like a small little family here on YouTube, and it's a little personal now. You know what I'm saying? By the time you started flipping on Hassan Campbell, you know, there was a level of respect and love that we had developed for everyone in this circle. So it's like, they probably just taking it personal. Exactly. It's a trust issue. You know, like, we're wondering why you up in here. You know, I don't, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it is. That's just part of life. You know. Well, I'm glad that in that comment was directed at the comment, ignore the trolls, Derek Williams, as long as I'm respect. Yeah, we are family. So, I mean, yeah, we took it personal. You know, I was real. I came around the time you were still riding for Hassan Campbell. And I would listen to your phone conversation with him. And then all of a sudden, it just, you know, it flipped. I just didn't understand it. I don't understand where that came from. You know, and I know you was riding with Michael Edwards. I guess you chose up. You know? I guess he chose up. So y'all hear about the Green New Deal? What happened there? Well, if y'all, I don't know if y'all know the particulars of the Green New Deal, but it has to do with them phasing out gas-operated vehicles. Okay, vehicles ran on gas. They want to get rid of airplanes and boats. Okay, it's absolute. It is the worst. It is the worst piece of legislation ever to be. Okay, they want to get. Is Joyce in the house? Oh, you missed Joyce. Okay, I miss Joyce too. Hey, Derek, do me a favor. If she's okay with it, send me her email. If she's okay with it. But so listen, the Green New Deal, they want to ground airplanes. They want to get rid of gas-operated vehicles and boats. And they want you to travel by bullet train. You understand what I'm saying? It's all part of this Agenda 21 bullshit, which I haven't spoken on in a little bit. You know what's funny? One Republican who just thinks that the Green New Deal is crap. He was like, if you want to take a trip to Hawaii, you have to ride on a seahorse because they don't want you to ride on a boat. It was funny. They was talking about Aquaman. He had a picture of Aquaman up there riding on a seahorse. It was funny. He said this will be your, if you want to go to Hawaii, this will be your mode of travel because they don't want you you on a boat. Boat use gas. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. But what happened was Mitch McConnell, okay, put the bill in the Senate for a vote. Okay, that shit got shot down so fast it was ridiculous. They're not. See, they're not going to make us. We're going to willingly do it. My back. So, because of the CO2 lie, they're blaming everything on cow farts and cars. Never mind that we breathe CO2, okay? Billions of people on this earth, we breathe CO2. Y'all heard me talk about CO2 before. You ever seen my video on CO2? You know, with any of this, you all have one side to the story, and you're ready to condense me. I think for myself, no one controls me. Well, no, we're not getting one side of the story. You know how? It's impossible. Don't worry, Concealed. They shot that Green New Deal down. It's not gonna get through anytime soon. They would have to have a completely. They'd have to. And you know what happened too? Mitch McConnell did that so that he can force the Democrats to make a decision. Okay, so he can split the Democrats up to see who really thinks that Green New Deal is good shit. You know, we think for ourselves too. I mean, there is no one side to the story that's out there. You know why? Because everybody talking. Everybody talking. Everybody out here telling their side of the story, even though they're not involved. Like you hear so much shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? The only side of the story really that we haven't heard is Africa bias. Anybody else's, they weren't involved, you know. But, you know, that's why individuality is important. I don't have to agree with everything he says and does. I don't. Until he does something that I feel is I can't rock with, you know what I mean? If he does something that I feel like, okay, I can't rock with this nigga no more. You know what I'm saying? He's doing too much. I haven't seen that happen yet. You know? Because he's a grown ass man. And if I ever decided that I didn't want to fox with him no more, this is what I would never do. If I didn't fox with Hassan Campbell no more, I wouldn't do a video dissing him every chance I got. It's just not what something I would do. Because, you know, it would be too much energy. If I rock with somebody in the beginning, and I've been rocking with him for a while, and then all of a sudden something happens where I can't rock with him no more, I'm not gonna spend my energy making videos and doing all this and flipping sides. Oh, I don't rock with Hassan Campbell no more, so let me go fuck with his enemies just to spite him. Because that's what a lot of people are doing. So yeah, like I was saying, it's freaking annoying. Ms. Bev, do you think that's what I've done? Yeah, I do think. I think that's exactly what you've done. Whatever happened, something happened between you and Hassan Campbell. I don't know what it was. Then you start beefing with him and you start rocking with Michael Edwards and all these cats. Yeah, that's exactly what you did. You attacked him. Exactly. I'm not gonna do that because I've been rocking with him in the first place. And I'm not going, like I said, I'm not gonna go hang out with. I'm not gonna go to Sonnetta's channel now. Oh, fuck Hassan Campbell. Blah 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 blah. Fuck all that. Like one of his moderators had done with his videos. I'm rocking with this guy now. I'm rocking with like fuck that. If I don't rock with you, I can keep it pushing. Now if I don't like you in the first place, I might make a video about you, you know, dissing you. You know what I'm saying? I might even do a little parody like I did. But that was like a one-time thing. I'm gonna kill you one time because it's all I need. One shot, one kill, boom. And you saw. Matter of fact, with Mr. Big Mouth, I did a video dissing him. He came back with some weak bullshit and haven't heard about him since. So, I mean, that's how I do it. But see, I had never rocked with Mr. Big Mouth in the first place. But when he started talking about raping people's wives and shit, like, no. Anyway, so that's where I'm at with it, Miss Bev. That's how I rock. Killing the haters. Yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. And brandishing guns, exactly. I mean, that's how you know you're a square. If you can confidently brandish a gun, if you can confidently brandish a gun on YouTube like that, then you know you a square. You know, and you ain't gonna do nothing with it. You ain't gonna do nothing with it. You just full of shit. It's the dumbest thing I ever seen in my life. You know? But at least his gun was secure, right? It was in his hand, securely in his hand. Anyway, let me get it here and get this thing knocked out, man. And yeah, so just let's pay attention, y'all. Pay attention to what's going on in the world. You're entitled to your opinion. That's not what I did. I can prove the reason why we are not friends. You have it all in documents. Everybody talking about how they got receipts and shit, but they never produce them. Oh, I got all the receipts. I got proof. I got this, I got that. You know, yeah. Talk to him about it. Everybody always talking about they got receipts about something, man. Yet to produce anything. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll holler at y'all later. Let's stay woke and pay attention, all right? We don't want to get slipped to Mickey. He's my YouTuber. He probably all right. Y'all stay up, okay? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you ain't subscribed. Share.